test their true ability. He soon registered them for a local race and bought them new uniforms and shoes. The boys were thrilled and full of confidence. But cross-country was a team sport. Scores were based on placement. 1 point for first, 2 for second, and so on. Only the top 5 runners from each team counted, and the lowest total score won. Before the race, other schools laughed at them. They came from Mcfarland, the poorest town around. The boys felt humiliated, but also determined to prove themselves. When the race started, Thomas ran among the top 3. Others were doing fine too. On flat ground, Thomas was unbeatable. But when the hills came, his pace dropped fast, one after another. Runners passed him. By the time he reached the finish line, he was outside the top 10. Their team came in last. Still, Jim took full responsibility. He blamed himself for not scouting the course earlier. He was disappointed, but not defeated. They had trained too lightly. The next day, he found a steep hill nearby. That became their new training ground. The boys ran until they were gasping for air. When they asked to rest, Jim refused. He told them real victories come only through hard work. They kept running until they could barely stand. Only Thomas kept going, stubborn as ever. To him, no matter how much they trained, nothing would change their lives. Those hills they ran on were made of almond shells, the same shells they had to shovel for work every day. To Thomas, training on them felt meaningless. Even if they won, they'd still end up in the fields. And he was right. These kids were all children of farm workers. Many of them woke up at 5 to wash cars for extra money. Before sunset, they'd ride on trucks to pick crops. That was their life during school breaks. During the week, they got up at 4:30 every morning, climbed onto farm trucks half asleep, and spent hours bent over under the scorching sun. Only when school was about to start did they take off their hats and run through the dusty wind toward class. No wonder they were such strong runners. After learning all this, Jim made a promise to himself. He would help these kids run their way to a better life. He started studying everything he could about cross-country. He watched old tapes, learning every technique. Then, day after day, he passed that knowledge on, riding his pink bicycle alongside the team as they trained. Jim worked hard, and so did the boys. After weeks of training, Mcfarland High faced one of the best teams in the district. Before the race, Jim gathered his runners and lifted their spirits.
Where are we from? Uno, dos, tres, Mcfarland!
The race began. They fell behind at first, but their endurance carried them through. When other runners began to fade, Thomas stayed calm and focused. Near the end, he surged forward, passing everyone ahead. The rest of the team followed. One by one, they won their very first race. No wild celebration, just quiet hugs. But in their hearts, they knew this victory meant everything. A few days later, trouble struck again. 3 brothers Danny and his siblings suddenly quit the team. Jim went to their house to find out why, but their father shut the door on him. Cross country's like a TV, he said. It's not a necessity. Every hour my sons spend training with you is an hour they could be helping me in the fields. You city people will never understand that. But Jim didn't give up. The next morning, as the brothers climbed onto the farm truck, they were shocked to see Jim sitting among them. Under the blazing sun, he bent down and picked cabbages beside them. By noon, he was exhausted. Only then did he truly understand how hard their lives were. So he made a deal with them. When you have to work late, we'll train afterward. And on days you need to harvest early, I'll come help. We'll make it work together. He kept his